The sun went down in Islamabad on Saturday, then it came back up on Sunday, and still no deal. 21 hours of talks, the highest level face-to-face meeting between the United States and Iran since the Islamic Revolution of 1979, and it ended with America's vice president walking to a microphone, shaking his head, and delivering 3 words the world was dreading. No agreement reached. Vance boarded Air Force 2, waved goodbye, and flew home. And just like that, the most consequential diplomatic meeting in decades collapsed. So what exactly happened behind the closed doors? Both sides came in. That much is certain. Technical papers were exchanged, ideas were floated, hours passed, but the two sides wouldn't have been more different, not just in what they wanted, but in how they wanted to get there. America came in looking for a fast resolution, a clean commitment, and a clear answer. But Iran doesn't move like that. It never has. It negotiates slowly, carefully, over the long term. The core demand from Washington was simple and firm. Iran must pledge in writing that it won't build one, but that it won't even pursue the tools to build one quickly. Vance put it plainly, we need to see an affirmative commitment. Iran said no, and that word no caused the world a deal. Here's the thing about Iran and nuclear weapons. This is not a new fight. For years, Tehran has insisted it only wants nuclear energy, not nuclear weapons. But in recent years, Iran dramatically ramped up its uranium enrichment way beyond what you'd need for a power plant. That alarmed the entire Western world. It was one of the sparks that lit a conflict with Israel last year. And now, even with its enrichment facilities reportedly destroyed in strikes, Iran still won't make the promise America needs to hear. Why? Because for Iran, enrichment isn't just about bombs. It's about sovereignty. It's about identity. Their foreign ministry even described these talks as, and this is remarkable, the continuation of the sacred jihad. That tells you everything. This isn't just a negotiation about weapons. This is about pride, about trust, about decades of wounds that don't heal in 21 hours. However, nuclear weapons weren't the only thing on the table. There's a narrow strip of water just 21 miles wide at its narrowest point that controls roughly 20% of the world's oil and gas supply, the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has a chokehold on it, and right now that chokehold is strangling the global economy. Tehran walked into Islamabad demanding control of the strait, the right to charge ships a transit fee, plus war reparation, plus a regional ceasefire including Lebanon, plus the release of $6 billion in frozen assets. America said that's too much. And while these talks were happening, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu posted online saying Israel's military campaign was not over. Israeli strikes continued, killing people in southern Lebanon, even as diplomats tried to find peace just miles away. This is a brutal reality of this crisis. Every party has its own agenda. Every party has its own red lines, and they all collide right here, right now. So what happens now? Within hours of Vance leaving Islamabad, President Trump posted online. He said most points were agreed to, but the nuclear issue was the only one that mattered, and it wasn't resolved. Then he went further. Trump announced the US Navy would immediately begin blockading the Strait of Hormuz. Every ship that paid a toll to Iran intercepted. That's not diplomacy, that's escalation. And yet, here's the complicated truth. Trump doesn't appear to have much appetite for going battle-scale war. The conflict has already killed more than 2,000 people in Iran. It's deeply unpopular among Americans, and Trump has been telling the country we already won. So what is this? A bluff, a pressure tactic, or the beginning of something worse? Nobody knows, not yet. Vance left the door slightly open. He said the US offer still stands, a final and best offer. The ball is in Iran court. On the streets of Tehran, ordinary people aren't celebrating this collapse, but they are not surprised either. They've seen this before. America and Iran, talks, promises, and then nothing. The 2015 nuclear deal, years of negotiations signed, then shredded by Trump himself in 2018. Trust, once broken, doesn't rebuild in a single weekend. More than 2,000 people have already died in this conflict. Civilian areas destroyed, military infrastructure rubble, and now the ceasefire that barely held is under serious threat. Pakistan is urging both sides to keep the guns quiet. Oman is urging the same. The world is watching, because the question hanging in the air isn't just about nuclear weapons or oil tankers. It's a far simpler and far more terrifying question. If these talks failed, what comes next? No one wants to answer that, but the world is waiting and the clock is ticking. Kindly subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on this story, because this story is actually far from over.